business $1,000 at a time. And sometimes people look at the bigger number and think like, I want to make big money. But nobody ever makes that unless you start out with $1,000 at a time. And so we're really going to teach you how to implement the new packs that we are just launching, how to help people make their money back, how to build your business. I love when, was it Chang who talked about first you build a foundation, then you build a building. And that was so true. So you guys, if you're somebody who's brand new and you're going to be relaunching when you get back home, then that's exactly where you're in the right place. Because all of us, look around. This is as small as this convention's ever going to be. And you are the founding people to be here. So we're excited. It's going to just double and triple. So Mr. Riley, thanks for having me with you today.
Yes, well, we couldn't have had anyone better than the Jen Perga, I don't think, our Arctic Emerald. Jen uses, well, I think she understands our business as well as anybody. And I've worked with a lot of leaders. There aren't many that I've worked with that are the caliber of Jen. And one of her secrets is she really knows how to launch businesses. And that helps people to be successful early. And I think that makes all the difference. And so that's why I'm really honored to have Jen here presenting. And ideally, I'm going to talk less, and she's going to talk more. So we're looking forward to that. They're actually, so we're missing a piece that we need just to run through the projector. But I want to start off with a little exercise. And what I want you to do is I want you to get a pad of paper if you have something to write with. So does everybody have something to write with? You can't use your phone. Just kidding. You can use your phone. So techie. I love it. It's good. Okay, so I want you to think about, in your mind, what is a lot to pay for the following items, okay? So think about if you were going to, now this is if you're going to, I don't know where they are. I'm going to have to,
Okay.
You want to actually see if you can find them real quick?
Yeah, would they be in here? Okay.
Perhaps. Maybe just see if you can find Brittany or.
Okay.
So, anyway, so tell me, what is a lot in your mind to pay for? Let's start, first of all, a handbag. Okay, write down, what is a lot to pay for a handbag? Go ahead and write it down. Gentlemen, too. Gentlemen, come on. Come on, handbag. How much are you going to spend for a handbag? What you would pay for a handbag. So let's say you're going to buy a really nice handbag. You're going to buy a handbag you're going to really love. Guys, we maybe call it a messenger bag. I don't know what it's called nowadays. But you're going to buy yourself a really nice satchel. What are you going to spend for a nice satchel or handbag, okay? So that's the first one. All right, can everybody write that down? Everybody get that down? I'll give you just one more second. Okay. Next up, write down what would be a lot to spend for a car. Let's say your dream car, but I'm not talking about something you would never spend. Just say, if I was going to really invest, what would I spend in a car that I love? What's a lot to pay for my dream car? Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's coming up. All right, here. Okay, so you get that for a car. How about for a house? What's a lot to spend for a house? Just think about where you live now. If you'd like to, or maybe the house that you're in now, if it's a house you love, your dream house, or if you're going to buy your dream house, what would that cost? Again, let's live on planet Earth. Think about what you would really spend for a house, okay? And last, is everybody ready for the next one? Okay, last one, a bicycle. Okay, how much would you spend for a bicycle? Okay, a bike. I like to bike, okay? That's why I put it on here. This one's for me. Okay, everybody have that down? Okay, great. So let's start first with handbag. What would you pay for a handbag? Let's hear from the audience. What would you guys be willing to spend for a handbag? $100? $200. Is that a messenger bag or a handbag? That's a good one. Satchel. Yes? No, not an auction. $2,500. Okay. That's for real. That's for real. How much, Jen Perga, how much would you spend for a handbag? Don't answer that question. Don't answer it. She does pretty well, Jen does.
So Ben built this whole thing around the handbag because he knew that when that was one of my goals when I hit Emerald, that I would buy a handbag that I really loved, right? So maybe there's different things that motivate everybody. So
Yeah, so handbags, I wouldn't
he's
spend as much for a
motivated by
handbag.
a bicycle. I'm motivated by a handbag. So I'd rather live in a smaller house and drive a cute, oh, I mean, I don't, it was just, it was a good bag.
It was a good bag.
Right?
Yeah.
I will have it forever. Thank you.
Here we've got an example, okay?
Okay, so we have an example. Louis was good to me. Have you heard of Louis Vuitton? So Louis and I hung out when I hit Emerald, and it was a great purchase, and I'm very thankful. But, so here's what we want to talk about here. It's the value of...
That's your energy, I think.
Oh.
It's the last cup that they had left.
Wow, thank you. Wow, good. Thank you so much.
That is not kind?
That was...
I would have thought he would have brought a bit more, but that's really kind. No, I'm just kidding. That is so kind.
Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, so you got to look here on the left. How much would you pay for this really great bag here from Walmart? Right. Okay. So, see, good guess. And then this bag on the right is all diamonds. Can you, what's a guess on how much do you think the bag on the right would be? All diamonds. 50,000. That bag on the right is $300,000. $300,000. Somebody really wanted to carry that on the right. So
No, I'm sorry. This one here?
300.
$3.8 million. These are diamonds. This is for real. Sorry, my notes page isn't up, so Jen couldn't see that.
No, even I would not pay.
Not yet.
And I thought my Louis was expensive. Maybe my husband would be much happier with my purse if he knew how much that one was. So,
yeah,
right?
that's $3,000 is a bargain for a
3,000 is
purse.
Bargain compared to
$3.8 million, right? Okay, so what about a car? Now, I decided to show my first car. This was an '85 Honda Civic. It's the first car that I owned. It was my grandmother's before me, so it was hot. Really good car. When she bought it brand new because, well, she was rolling in it, and she paid probably about $5,500 in 1985 when she bought it. So that was my very first car. Now, let's juxtapose this with 2015. If I wanted to buy, anybody know what the car this is? It's a Lamborghini Veneno. There are only 12 of them made, and it only will set you back $4.5 million. That's all that costs to have your little piece of sports car luxury. So what did you say for cars? Prices for cars? 60,000, yeah? Yep. So for me, when I got my first car, $5,000 is a good car. Of course, you compare it to the $4.5 million, it's not quite as nice, but it's a lot less money. So anyway, you can kind of see the difference, and the spectrum of what you can actually spend on a car is amazing, right? Next up.
Okay, now this was Ben's first house on the left-hand side.
Oh, I still live here. You saw the chicken coop.
He just
I made this as well.
Right,
The
so
same with
yes, and he moved. That's why he had to move from Australia,
Yeah.
because we need to upgrade. So what would you pay then for the one on the right? I mean, now you know because it's in your notes. Is it
I do,
50
yes.
million? 15.
Okay, so this one, depending on the location. In Southern California, that's a couple $1 million.
Right.
In Utah, that's worth about $5. What did you put down for houses? 400, 1 million. Okay, California, there you go. So this was the house built by King Henry, I don't remember which king, for one of his mistresses, and it recently sold. It's on the coast of France. No better coastal views on the south of France anywhere, and it'll only set you back about $500 million, $506 million for that house. So.
Time to start building your network marketing business there, right?
Okay, last but not least, indulge me bicycle. So what are you willing to spend on a bicycle? $200? $2,500? $300? Lindsay Curry, what would you spend for a bike? $350. And the actual retail price that's $62 on Walmart.com. It's a women's bike, really nice, has shocks on the front, that's great. This is actually a limited edition made by Aston Martin. Okay, it's full carbon fiber, Beautiful, beautiful bike. My birthday's in July. If you guys are looking, I would not turn this away. You know, if you could even come together, you could put money together. It's $37,000. That's all. It's such a bag, $37,000, and it can be yours for me. Yes.
I bought a fantastic bicycle for $2.50.
Well, that's you got a good deal. Was it an Aston Martin? Yeah. You got a great deal. Okay, so the point we're trying to make here is that we all have different ideas of what is expensive, right? How much does a car start to cost? How much does it cost to start a business? Depends. How about let's talk about McDonald's. Pretty well-known name. Everybody know McDonald's? Macca's? Okay, so it depends on where you're buying, where you're building. They say if you want to get a franchise, you have to first of all have $750,000 in liquid cash. Okay, you can't borrow; it's got to be liquid cash. And then on top of that, you're going to have an additional probably $1 million. It depends again on the location. The total cost varies from a little bit over $1 million to $2.5 million to get a McDonald's franchise up and running. Who would have thought Big Macs were so expensive, right? So it's not easy to start a McDonald's franchise. Let's talk a little bit about a Visi business. Okay, what does it cost you to start a Visi business? There you go. Now you're talking my language. So technically, you just have to basically buy your kit and get on auto ship, right? So you can be in for maybe a couple $100. You've started a business. To really start a business, I mean, if you wanted to go on the high end, what's the high end if you wanted to start with the Lamborghini of Visi? What's it going to set you back? $1,200, right? $1,200. We're going to talk a little bit about some of those options because we've got some new and improved options that I'm really excited about. So you can kind of see, again, the differences and the disparity in what we think is expensive. And the point I wanted to make with this whole exercise is that oftentimes we feel like $1,200 is a lot of money. You know, when people are signing up with Visi, they go, "Oh, it's kind of expensive." But is it? I mean, what are they referring to? What's their reference point? And even more importantly, what are the reference points that we're placing for people? We do this a lot in our lives. We have preconceptions, right? For some people, if I'm sorry, what is your name? Irene. So if Irene was selling me a bicycle, and I came in and I wanted to buy a bike, and she's like, "Well, we've got this one for $250. This is really nice, so you could spend way too much money for this bike." Well, I'd spend money on a bike, right? Because I value that. And the problem that what we do a lot in our lives is we place limitations on people. Because if we say $1,200, if we think $1,200, that's kind of a lot of money, and we transfer that, then we find that we transfer that to the people that we talk to. And this is an important distinction to understand and a mistake that we can't afford to make. And Jen especially is going to talk about some of the reasons why we have to be really careful about that. So I'm going to go through packs really quickly. I'm going to talk through what the options are, and Jen's going to talk about the strategy around using these packs. Because there's a deliberate design to every one of these packs. As we built them out, we thought about how do we set people up to succeed. The last thing in the world we want to do is to give people a lot of product and not a way to actually use it, leverage it, and get their money back, and then some. We want them to get a return on their investment. We want to deliver on the promise that we make when people come to us and we say, "We will help you become a thousandaire." And we're going to talk about the strategy and how we make that work. So we've streamlined our pack system. We now have 3 1,000 PV, 3 500 PV, and 2 250 PV packs. Okay, and I'm going to talk through what those look like. Now, I'll say from the outset, I know we can't make everybody happy. And I know everybody, in the past, we've kind of tried to make a lot of different packs to suit a lot of different people. And the problem we run into with that is that we can't really train a consistent message if we've got a broad, diverse range of packs. Now, you can ultimately, we're going to work to try and create more flexibility in our system where you could even maybe create your own pack someday. But at this point, the most important thing is to help people get a return on their investment and to exhaust their supply of products within the first month. So when their auto ship comes around, they're not going, "Wait a sec, I still have all this product. What am I going to do with this?" All right? So we're going to talk through exactly what that looks like. So first of all, we have the Body Premier Pack. I'm really, really excited about these packs. My apologies to some of you. I'm not sure if you can see the screen over here. So for a 1,000 PV pack, 1,000 PV is great because we can really give people a lot of stuff if they're investing a lot in Visi. And basically, if you look here, we're giving them one of everything we've got, right? You have your membership kit, of course, the new Vara, Energy, Trima, 10 2 and a Chew, Nufina on the go, Fora cleanser, samples, which there are 10, so you get 10 Fora samples, 5 Vinlay, 5 Probeta, 5 Rensa, 5 Nufina. Does anybody know what the magic 5 is here? That's a body pack, right? That's a body pack, and that's important. And Jen will talk a little bit more about this, but basically, we think it's important that you're able to break up these packs. And she'll talk about some of the strategy behind that. But that's why you have 5 body packs. And the body packs are awesome. They work. People love them. They're the best of our products, and that's why we did a body pack. So it costs $1,099. That's $100 less than what you have been paying for a 1,000 PV pack, and it's phenomenal savings. So you get $582.71 off of what the price would be if you bought them individually. So it's an amazing value. And you get your $200 pack bonus plus the 20% dual team commissions for 24 weeks. Same as what you've had before in the 1,000 PV packs. But we've really loaded it with some really, really great content. That's the first one. We're calling it the Body Premier Pack. Calling it the Body Premier Pack because it has 5 body packs, right? Next, we have the Vitality Premier Pack. There'll be a flyer for all of this. I don't have this with me, unfortunately, today, but we will be emailing it out, and it'll also be on our website. So the Vitality Premier Pack, it basically, again, it has one of everything. And the reason for that is we want people to have experience and exposure to all of our products. But in particular, we're focusing on, again, an assortment of 5, which is 5 Vara, 5 Energy. These are the new reformulated, exciting new lineups to our product range, as well as the 5 Trima and 5 Rensa. Okay? We're calling this a Vitality Pack. So if somebody likes, if they are particularly persuaded towards the Vara, the Energy, Trima, Rensa, this is a great solution for them. And again, you'll see that this is very similar in terms of the pricing and the scheme. So you get the same price, savings of $422.71, $200 pack bonus, and the 20% for 24 weeks. Okay, and I'm not going to belabor the point too much more on the Beauty Premier Pack. Again, you get the same lineup of everything, plus we're doing 5 Fora cream samples. That's 50 samples in total, plus 10 of the cream and 10 of the cleanser. So you can really leverage that one as well. And this is obviously engineered for somebody who's more interested in focusing on and using the skincare to build. But the same strategy applies.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second because I love, you guys think about this, 10 skincare, 10 cleansers for $1,000. You can recover your money. We're going to keep talking about that. But when we developed these packs, we thought about you. Like $1,000 right there. That's $540 extra dollars of product in this pack right here that you could recover $1,000 just by the Fora and the cleanser. So not only do we want you to sell it, but we want you to be out of debt. We don't want anyone to be in this business being garage qualified. We don't want your garage full of products. We want you guys to get rid of these right away, no debt, to be in business. And so that's what we're thinking about and we're really passionate about these $1,000 packs. So I had it just because these 2 packs are absolutely what we're going to be hammering home today. So you leave with the posture and the knowledge of how to recover and make the most on these investments, okay?
Thanks, Jen. Okay, so again, the pricing, you save $552.67, $200 pack bonus, and 20% for your first 24 weeks. Okay, so again, these are the unrivaled and by far the best ways to start a Visi business, which we'll talk a bit more about. Next up, we have the Body Star Pack. Now, these are the range of 500 PV packs that we've built. The first one has basically 1 of everything and then 2 of the body pack. Okay, 2 of the body pack, not 5 like you get with the 1,000, but you at least get 2, and that's something, again, you can leverage to start a business. And with that, you get savings of $277. The total price is $549.99. The pricing of packs across all the packs is consistent, by the way, just to make it simple. And you get 15% dual team commissions for 16 weeks. Okay? The Vitality Star Pack, similarly, once again, you have 1 of everything plus 2 Rensa, 2 Vara, 2 Energy, 2 Trima. Very similar to the 1,000 PV pack, just again, less quantity. And the price is $549.99, and you save $237, plus you get 15% for 16 weeks. Okay? Similar to what you guys have become accustomed to. And then the Beauty Star Pack, you get 5 cream, 5 cleanser, and 5 samples. and then just one Pro Beta because, again, we just can't fit it all together, to be honest. So you only have one Pro Beta and then a really big emphasis on the 4F for the 500 PV pack there. And that is, again, pack bonus of $100 and 15% for 16 weeks. You save $230 approximately. Okay, and then we have two partner packs. And these are basically if people are just coming in on the 250 PV. We only have two of those because they look the same if you break them down on the vitality to the body side. It's basically one of everything we can give you, which is, of course, the Vara, Energy, Vinlay, Trima, Probita, Rensa, Nufina, and you get a shaker bottle for your trouble. And you save $127, 250 PV, dual team commissions 10%. That of course is ongoing as long as you qualify. And the beauty partner pack is similar. You get 4 of the cream, 4 of the cleanser, and then 2 of the samples. And again, same price. You save $160, and the pack bonus is $50. Okay, so that's just a quick rundown of the packs. Now again, there will be a flyer on all of this. Of course, it'll be part of the enrollment options. Makes it really easy when people are enrolling because they have a few options they can go through. And when you look at the new system, you'll see how straightforward and simple and streamlined it is. So with that, those are the packs. So Jen, I look at those packs, and the question I like to ask you is, how should I use the packs? How should I build my business?
Okay, and this is what I get really excited about. So I'm sorry if I'm loud, but here's what I want you guys to do. We are going to really figure out how to best build your business. And the bags, I want you to start doing, and can you guys be honest with me just for a second? Like, raise your hand if you bring in a lot of, maybe you won't feel nervous, but if you bring in a lot of people on the 250 PV kit, is that a kit you feel most comfortable? Like, let's raise your hand if you feel most comfortable with the $250 kit. Okay, who feels most comfortable on the $500 kit? Okay, and who feels most comfortable on the 1,000 PV kit? Okay, so one of the things that we want you to do by the time you walk out this door today is all of you understanding how to have the posture, because I'm telling you there's no other, like, I feel so passionate about the $1,000 pack because you're setting people up for success. If you are going to work a job, would you rather make $20 an hour, $15 an hour, or $10 an hour doing the exact same job? Right? Okay, so if we built these packs, well, the company built the packs.
We built them together.
We built the packs.
It was a we thing.
On that premise in mind, to set you guys up, I mean, those $1,000 packs have the most value in them, so you can go out there as a partner, making sure that your people you love and you're bringing into the business will absolutely get the best value possible. Okay, the other thing, who here likes the idea of rank advancing? Like, it's kind of fun to go Arctic Star, Arctic Premier. Like, you have big goals. Anyone in here want to go Diamond? Okay, so you're going to have to break. You personally are going to have to either be Arctic Star. We all start somewhere, right? Like, when I got here, I started at Arctic Star, and I thought it was the coolest thing, and then we just kept going. So we're building Arctic Stars. That's what you have to remember. Everyone does Arctic Star. Arctic Star is the coolest rank in the company, and the reason I'm going to show you in just a second how many of these packs in a 1-week period of time to go Arctic Star, because a lot of people don't understand what it looks like, how many of them you're going to have to bring in a 1-week period. So let's see. Katrina, can I come up here and have you be one of my 3 volunteers? Okay, we're going to build 3 teams right now. Kathy Fleck, will you come? And Tracy Tolan, will you also come? We're going to build 3 teams, and we're going to show you guys how many people you're going to have to bring in on these packs to go Arctic Star and make $1,000, okay? In a 1-week period of time. Am I on the right side?
Yeah, this is
okay, perfect. Right. Okay, so if Katrina was going to bring in, so who was comfortable with the 250 packs? So Michelle, come up here. Michelle, and your 4 right next to you. You 4 ladies, come up here. Can you bring your 4 friends right here? Okay, yes, thank you guys. Okay, we're going to show you how many people that Katrina would have to enroll on her left team. In a 1-week period, this is just so she can make $1,000 to go Arctic Star. That's all. You're also going to get the bonus and stuff. I want to make you understand how much harder you're making life on yourself by enrolling everyone at this $250 level. Because we want to work smarter, not harder, right? Right? We want leveraged income. Okay, so you're going to all go on her right-hand side. Okay, so I need one more. Will you come on up? Thank you. And then I need you guys, you 4, right here, to go right here on Katrina's right-hand side. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so Katrina, raise your hands. You guys are going to go stand right here. Okay, so Katrina has to enroll 8 people in a 1 week period. 1 week period. So from Friday midnight, the end of the week ends. So tonight at midnight, this week ends. Tomorrow morning, Katrina has to enroll all 8 of these people, and Katrina's only going Arctic Star, you guys. She's not going Premier. She's going Arctic Star. But think about 8 people. Now, some people would say, oh my gosh, she has a huge team. In 1 week, she has 8 people, which is true. But think about it. Are these people all really committed to business if they're coming in at $250? They're more like glorified customers a little bit. I hate to say that, but we're in an honest room, right? You guys came here to make money. Okay, so let's do this team. Okay, Kathy Fleck, you're going to build a team, and we are going to use it using the $500 packs. Okay, so I need you 4 right here in the front row. Can you guys come on up? Thank you. Okay, and you guys are going to stand, you 2 ladies right here on her left, and you 2 over here on her right. Perfect. Okay, so now think about this. This is a great, Kathy Fleck is going to be making enrollment bonuses this week. She's bringing in 2 people on her left team, 2 people on her right team. She just hit Arctic Star. That's great. So the reality is this is not a bad way to build if you bring in people at $500. It's not bad. I'm just trying to show you going Arctic Star in a 1 week period, because that's how we rank advance in this company, is about what packs you're bringing people in on, okay? If you want to break ranks in your team, like when you guys see people's teams and their ranks just explode, this is how they start building faster with the $1,000 packs, okay? And so when you look at this team, this is pretty decent, right? But she's now are these people more committed because they spent a little more skin in the game to come into the company, right? Okay, so that's how you build to Arctic Star with this model, okay? Now, Tracy over here, we're going to bring in, I just need 2 volunteers to come in on $2,000. Okay, perfect, perfect, thank you. And we need 1 more over here on, thank you.
Oh,
Run,
people
run,
are
run.
jumping up to join her
come
team.
Come up.
That's great.
Okay, so now go on the other side, left, right here. Okay, perfect, because we just build left and right. Okay, so think about this, you guys. This is pretty much dollar for dollar. She may make a little more enrollment bonuses right here. She's going to still make $400 in enrollment bonuses. Plus, now with the new Rising Sun bonus, she will make $600 for bringing in 2 people. Awesome. 2 people. 2 people. So you need to really leave this room today with the posture of bringing in these $1,000 packs, because they have so much value in them. Would you not agree that this is an easier way to build? Okay, easier way to build. Because, okay, so when you do launches, you're launching a business. Some of you are doing home parties. Some of you guys are doing phone calls. Do you want to do 8 business launches for people that are maybe not that committed? Or do you want to do 2 for people who are super committed and are going to pack out those parties or calls for you? Right? Okay, so we just want to demonstrate the fact that in a 1 week period of time, this is your model. So you need to be teaching. If you're new and your job, when Kathy Fleck enrolls, it's her job to turn around and show her person the easiest way to come in. If you're nervous to tell people to come in on $1,000, put them on phone with one of us who doesn't care to tell people they should come in on $1,000, because you're new, you're nervous. Like, you know Aunt Sarah doesn't have the money, but I don't care that Aunt Sarah doesn't have the money, because she's getting her hair done and her nails done, and Aunt Sarah can spend the money on her hair and her nails and Panera Bread, but that means that she can afford what you help her build value to understand. You have to build the value, and it's much easier to work smarter than to work harder. So thank you guys all for coming up here. Give them a round of applause. Okay, so you guys, you have to think of the reason why this is important to build $1,000. And I really feel like, who doesn't, when we said that 20%, do you want to make 20%? Do you want your people to make 20% commission? You guys, this is in our compensation model, we have one of the best compensation models. It's one of the easiest to understand, 20% commission if you come in on the 1,000 PV kit. So you have to have, the tools to which to build so that you can have enough product to get started. We're business owners, right? So business owners want tax write-offs. They want, Lindsay Curry to own a dance studio, how much did it cost you? Okay, yes. Yes, thousands and thousands of dollars to start a traditional business. $1,200 is doable, right? So, and then what you're also having is you see the commitment level. When you see somebody put down $1,000, does it not make you want to help them get their money back? Yes, you want to help them get their money back.
And aren't they committed to get their money back as well? You know, the fact is, if somebody comes in and they're spending $350 versus $1,100, it's completely different. It's a completely different conversation. And really, we should treat our people as an investment. You know, we're investing in people, we're investing in their businesses. And I'm the type of person, I want to invest in a higher return on investment asset, right? That's what these people are. People who say, I'm going to put the money forward. That means they're serious enough to put their money where their mouth is. And that says a lot. Like Jen says, they're still buying their whatever bread that is. I don't know that bread. It sounds really good. Panera bread. I never have Panera
California.
bread. It's probably too expensive for me. Just kidding. I don't value it, right? That's what they're saying, is they're telling you whether or not they value the opportunity that you're proposing to them. If they're not going to spend $1,100, they're telling you, I don't see the value here yet. That's what they're telling you really more than anything else. And then success pattern. I'm really big on this because I think the thing is, people do not get this when they start in a business. They think, oh, I'm just going to try this out. What they don't understand is they're setting a pattern that they're going to follow and their people are going to follow. It's just like, it's like with me and my children. If I teach my children bad habits, they're going to teach their children bad habits, and so on and so forth. That's the way it works, right? And it's the same in our business. If I come in on a 250 PV pack, how can I sell somebody else? And you see how hard I have to work, right? And then I'm going to go teach everybody else that I bring in to do the same thing, and they're going to have the same problems that I do. They're going to have to work that much harder than like I do, because I then don't have the posture. I can't say, listen, you should come in on 1,000. I came in on 250, but you should come in on 1,000, right? What kind of message is that really sending? And so you have to understand when somebody starts the business, you are doing them a huge disservice if they don't come in on 1,000. It makes it so much harder for them to be successful. And we want people to win, right? It's our obligation as a good upline to make sure that they have a pattern that they can follow, that they can win with. You saw just barely how much more successful that pattern is. Yes?
Don't you find that to bring in people at a 250 pack, 250 is more difficult to sell if you're selling? More difficult than 1,000 PV pack? I mean, it worked in my business. When I sold a poster for $195, it was more difficult to sell it to that person because they really didn't have the money to buy that poster, but they wanted to buy it, versus a $10,000 painting because they had the funds to buy it, and it was easier to sell a $10,000 painting than a $195 poster.
Yeah, well, I think we'll talk a little bit more about this. This is really a sorting process. And for some people, they want to be customers, and that's great. I want them to be a customer. But I don't want to be disingenuous and say, come in as a customer, but maybe you can make a lot of money, because you can't. It's just that our business doesn't work that way. We didn't really schedule time for Q&A, but I'm interested to hear the thoughts. No, it's fine.
So I want to go back for just a second, the sunrise bonus.
Yep.
Just to clear it up in the brain.
We'll go through it.
Okay.
We'll go through that in just a minute.
Okay.
And we can talk after if you have any other questions.
We're going to illustrate it.
In addition to your bonus.
Yes, we'll go through all the numbers here in just a second. Yep, no problem. And great point, Lindsay. I appreciate pointing that out. As well as we do have re-up periods. You can always re-up, and that becomes your new story, right? You can always, today is a new day where you can start to create your own story. So that's a really good point. Well, yeah, why don't you do it?
Okay, so you guys, when we talk about leveraging, how do I use the $1,000 packs? There's a few different ways that you can do that. Number one, you can use the library concept. Some people love, okay, if you're getting, let's just do the two that we are launching today. Starting tomorrow, we have two new $1,000 packs. One of them, I have to put this down because I have to use my hands. Okay, so one of them, can you still hear me? Yes. Okay, so one of them is the wellness pack, the overall, and it has 5 body packs. So you could pretty much, like, if you have those in yours, the library here, use this one until yours comes in. Once your kit comes in, then you're already on the product because we want them creating their story in their first week. I mean, you guys, we all know that if we don't create a win by day 5, all of a sudden people go into witness protection, right? So you don't want them to go into witness protection. You want them to be excited, making their money back. So you get them on the product, they're already getting their own story. They're starting to share it. So the library concept would be that you are giving out, or the body pack, and then you're getting it back once they get theirs. Or with the skincare, that you have 10 in that pack, that you're saying, oh my gosh, start using the cleanser and the skincare on day 4 when your pack comes, then you give it back to me. You can library out. That's one way that people do it. They'll library out some of their stuff. Some people will have them prepay for it. Like, okay, I have 5 body packs coming in. I only have 4 left. You will have no auto ship commitment. Who wants to get on this product for 4 days? I need 4 people to get on this product. You keep one for yourself. The other 4, you're basically going to be having them buy the product, the total body pack. It's our 4 best-selling, 4 top items. So you would then have 4 people, no auto ship commitment, and they're getting those 4 that are left in that $1,000 pack, okay? That's how you keep from being garage qualified. You do not want your people. I sell them for $225. Some people sell them for $250. Whatever so that you're not out any money, so they're not out shipping and tax. But you want them to be on the product, really.
Well, and Jen, don't you think with selling it that way and making sure you add in the shipping and tax per se, that this way when they do become a customer, they're not like, well, why am I paying $30 more?
Exactly.
I'll just buy it from you.
From you. Absolutely. You want them to be buying it at what it would cost them. Yes. And then the next one would be the enrollment incentive. You could say to them, hey, if you're going to enroll today, I'm going to give you one of my skin cleansers, or I'm going to give you one of my body packs. So it could be an incentive. I don't build that way, but some people do. I'm just giving you a couple ideas, okay? The third is to retail it, like I just suggested. Some people will have people prepay for it. If you have somebody that you just know cannot afford the $1,000, this is a little technical, but some people start PayPal accounts and will say, deposit $200 in advance into my PayPal, and then they'll have the money to pay for it when it comes. So that's another way that people do it. Be like, the body pack's $250, put that money into a PayPal so that then they can pay the $1,000. It's a little technical, but that's what we mean when retailing out the product. If you have 10 cleansers and 10 skincare, that right there is $1,000 you're going to recover because you're going to sell that $100 for that partnership. That's cleanser, skincare. There's $100 times 10. There's $1,000, and you still get $540 worth of free product in there. So literally, they're making their money back. They are not out money. You've got to have that posture. Like, they're going to make 20%. Let's get it back. I mean, most credit card cycles are 28 days, 30 days. You got to just get their credit card paid back because otherwise they're going to be motivated for the first 5 days, right? And then if they haven't had a win, like they don't have a partner on their left team and a partner on their right team to make that money back, then they're not going to be motivated again in their witness protection until they get their credit card bill. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm motivated. I got to sell. So you want them to win. We want them to win. You want to help them create those stories. Okay, above, you guys, the biggest thing with this is urgency. You're not just enrolling people and be like, I got one. Oh my gosh, I've got a partner. I mean, this is like, once you get the partner, it is your job to turn around and get them off to a fast start, to go Arctic Star. Everyone, if you can, go Arctic Star in your first week in the business, meaning go help them get one person on their left and one person on their right. You have to have a sense of urgency. When we close out the end of a call, we say, Marcy has 2 spots in her team this week. You have got to take a look at what she has to show you because those 2 spots, you guys, you're building 2 teams. That's it. You have the 2 best spots are every single week are just in the 2 top. Once those spots are gone, the next 2 best spots are available. So you have to realize that if that fear of loss gets people into the business, so urgency, build with urgency, meaning if you wait, oh, you can come in a couple weeks. No, my best 2 spots will be gone by then. So you've got to take a look at this now so that we can help you bring in someone on your left, someone in your right, and make your money back now. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen. So, and the other thing is this helps you keep your goals and activities in balance. And this is, I kind of hinted about this before, but it's really important that I just think we have to be straight with people, right? If people are coming in on $250, they're basically telling you, I would like to be a consumer. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as that's who they are and that's what they want to be, right? It's fine for, we love consumers. Consumers they're the foundation of our business. But they're not the person you're going to want to invest 20 hours this week with, because they just want to enjoy the products. And trying to make them something other than what they actually are is frustrating for them and for you. 500 PV pack. Again, this is somebody who's kind of serious about it, not really willing to fully commit, probably willing to tell a few people, a bit of a hobbyist. Might be able to work their way up to Arctic Star. They're not going to do it in the first month, right? They'll get there eventually, maybe, and they'll make a little bit of money, maybe. They're a good member of your team again. And the 1,000 PV, of course, that's the kind of people you want to invest in. So if I were to break down what I'm going to invest in people, I'm going to invest 80% of my time in those that are coming in on 1,000 PV, because that's where I'm going to get a return. Plus, the others, they don't need as much time, right? If you want to be a product enthusiast, then get on an auto ship and enjoy your product every month and touch base every once in a while and come to team events if they want to come. Promote the Dr. Rouse calls. Those are great things for a consumer to be a part of, but that doesn't take a lot of time. What takes a lot of time is partnering up with somebody, doing launch calls, getting their business started, following a pattern that you're espousing in your teaching, because your time is valuable. If you don't value your time, nobody else is going to value your time, right? And this is the way that you value your time, and you show that you're going to invest in the people that you know are worth the investment, that are going to give you that level of return, are going to run with you when you're wanting to run. So let's see, who was it that asked about the Rising Sun bonus? Yes, right there. So the Rising Sun bonus, now just to be really clear, and I'm going to show how this works with the 1,000 PV, right? Basically, the new Rising Sun, rather than 3, is only 2. And I love this because this is the way we build. We're a binary. It's left, right? You only need 2. So we're going to focus on getting those 2 and building this way. It's got to be on your left and got to be on your right. When you're brand new, that's the way you should be building anyway, right? So in your first week, if I have someone come in, so I come in on my 1,000 PV pack, and I like the library concept because then it gives me product that I can use. And what Jen said is really important. If they join and then they sit on their decision for 5 days, game over. That is not how you start a successful business. You want them to hit the ground running, right? And so they need product right away. They start using the product. They're loving the product. They might be sharing the product. And ultimately, they're going to go out this next week, and I'm going to find 2, right? I'm going to find 2. So that's my first week. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to library the product out, I'm going to get 2. And they're going to come in on 1,000 PV. Now, again, I know we don't live in utopia. I'm giving you a great, like the example of what this would look like and work like. But nearly everybody knows, in this room and out of this room, know 2 people in your life. If you just said, hey, do me a solid, get this pack, they would do it, right? So at the very least, we can do that. At the very least, you can do that. So you get your first 2 partners in. I'm not suggesting you do that, by the way, but you know what I'm saying. So I get a $200 enrollment bonus for each of those. That's 200, 200, 400 total. Plus the Rising Sun bonus is half of that, which is another 100 and 100. So that's 600 total. You can see the math here that I've done on the screen. That's week 1. That's just your enrollment bonuses. I could go into what happens with your dual team commissions, but I don't have to. Because with just this really simple illustration alone, I can show you in 2 weeks, by rinsing and repeating, how you get your money back. I've got my money back. By doing this in 2 weeks consecutive, I've been able to recoup my initial upfront investment. That's before my credit card bill is even due. Right? I'm money ahead. So this is a very successful strategy you can build with, because we now have the Rising Sun bonus, which is just a left, right, 2 people first week, 2 people the second week. And you can't see this, I'm sorry. But I basically broke it out into a month. Again, I know we don't live in utopia, and I know this isn't going to happen exactly this way. But if you can do some of this, you can see the power of it. In week 1, if I do it, and then if I can consistently in 4 weeks, every single week commit to finding 2 people. That's it. 2 people, 2 new partners that come in on 1,000. If I do that in week 1, and then they rinse and repeat, and of course, they're more likely to follow my example if that's what I do. Right? Not that everyone's going to do this. However, if I do it and I show them that, they're more likely to be able to do it themselves. Week 3, week 4. At the end of week 4, what you're going to find is you ultimately have 30 people, 30 plus people in your team. Your maintenance volume is going to be around $3,000, right? 3,000 PV, right? That's just your maintenance. That's not counting your enrollments and everything else. And you will have made, just from enrollments alone, $2,400 in your first month. Yeah, so what I mean by that is these are partners that are ordering from you every single week, or every single month, right? So every single month you're getting that order. So the first 1,000 PV, that's a nice boost to your business in their first week. But next month's auto ship's not going to be 1,000, right? It's going to be 75, maybe 100. I do 100 just because it's easy math. But so what you have then is you have a residual maintenance volume of 3,000 PV every single month flowing through this infrastructure that I've built in 1 month's time. Okay, and that will pay me every single week. And if I continue to build and if my team continue to follow that pattern, you can see how this can become very, 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 very powerful. Okay. That's right, yeah. I'm just kind of doing really easy back of the envelope math. Yes, and it's consistent, right? It's something you can begin to count on. Now, we have some attrition in our business, but it's not anything that's going to be anything like what you're building here because you've got a lot of momentum that you've been able to develop. So that's kind of what a build strategy could look like if you exponentially kind of duplicate this out. So,
Every single week. And is it 3 limit, or is there no limit on it?
I think there's going to be a limit, and I don't have the terms.
So
and
in our
conditions with me.
current Rising Sun, there was a limit of 3 times you could hit it in a week. But even if it is, that's still, you could personally go get 1 left, 1 right, $600. 1 left, 1 right, $600. 3 times in 1 week, so that you could make that $1,800. And that's not including the dual team commission. That's just enrollment bonuses. So, that's if someone says to you, I need to make $2,000 this week, that is the fastest way to teach them how to do it. If someone just says, okay, I am bankrupt, I'm going to lose this or that, and how can I make $2,000? The easiest way is to say, who can we enroll for you? Make your list right now. Help them make it urgent so that they can go out and leverage these packs, you guys. Who came into this business and you ran out of product right away? Okay, and so did you? So I say that because I came into this business with $1,200, and I literally ran out of product like this because I was the only person in my area to launch the product. I felt like I was pushing something that was not legal because people are like, where do I get it? That VLAN, and so I'm telling you, if you treat this like you are first to market, you guys are first to market in your area. I guarantee you there's not more than 10 or something. And wherever you are, there's no one. So we want you guys to take those bags right now because I want you to write down a limiting belief you have on this bag of, I don't know if what's holding you back from bringing in people on a $1,000 pack, or if you're having a hard time helping people break rank. Maybe you're afraid of success, or you're afraid of helping people, maybe you're like, what if I can't get them there? What if I can't get them the paycheck? I used to feel like that. I used to feel like, what if I can't help my team? Once you start doing things afraid, who the heck cares? I'd rather be the crazy lady that bought a cute purse than the crazy lady who can never afford a purse. So, you have to realize that there's some limiting things that are keeping you from your dreams. There's some limiting things that are keeping you from that. And I want you to write that down on this brown bag. If you could jot down 2 things maybe that are keeping you from bringing people in on the kit that's going to set them up for the most success. If you guys could take a minute and do that.
But only a quick minute because we're over time.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, raise your bag when you have your things written down. Just raise it up, okay?
Let us know you're done.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I want you guys, once you do, I want you to open up your bag. Arden, you're going to have to close your ears, baby girl. Or mommy might have to.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I know. This
Jets.
is our baby Visi. Might have to exit stage left for a second. Stage left. Okay, so everyone blow in your bag. Oh, not yet. We're all going to do it together.
Okay, blow it up.
So everybody, hold on. Okay.
Blow it up.
So hold on. Okay, so everyone blow in your bag. Hold it like this. On the count of 3, I want you to realize you're going to pop your limiting belief, and you're going to walk out this door realizing that you're going to go home and build the business of your dreams and let this go. So 1, 2, 3. guys. Cheers to all of your success. We have no doubt we are all going to be building big businesses together.
Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the
Thank
rest
you,
of the day.
guys.